أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق أجمعين سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب رب العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم اجمعنا معهم في عليين يا رب العالمين من غير سابقة عذاب ولا حساب آمين. أما بعد, dear brothers and sisters, there is a fact that no one in the whole world can deny. And when we say a fact, it is not a theory, it is not an opinion, it is not a way of thinking, it is a fact. No one can name this planet except Mother Earth. If someone say Earth or Mother Earth, it's Earth, it's a planet, it's a fact. White is white, blue is blue is a fact. We are humans, it's a fact. This fact, which I'm going to mention right now, it's a scary fact. It's a fact that we need to keep remembering all our lives, day in, day out. It's a fact that we have to prepare for. And I believe most of you have known already what is that fact. It is death, al-maut. And I'm not here to make you feel bad or worry, but you should worry. You don't have to feel bad, but you have to worry. And it's a fact that Muhammad ﷺ in the hadith mentioned the meaning that it's okay to hate. It's a fact. By Allah gave us this fact, and Allah knows it's not beloved to us. Nobody wants death. Nobody loves death. Yet everybody knows death is a fact. And is death is only for humans? No. It's for every living thing. Is it for only living things? Even for jamad, the non-living things. Even metal, wood, rocks, even your plates and utensils at home, TV, everything has an expiry date. That is the death. When things becomes deteriorated, when they break, when something, even mashallah, a famous say that, and I believe it's a hadith, that للآنية آجالا كما لكم آجالا أو كما قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. I have to check on that, but I think it's a hadith that even when a dish or a TV or something, even your car, if it breaks down, yes, we need to know why and how and fix it, and maybe review yourself. What did you do wrong? So this will happen. But you should not feel so bad about it because it has a life that ended at that point. The dish has a life. So death is a fact. And this fact is disliked by everyone. Yet, we have to remember it. Yet, nobody wants to remember it. Today's khutbah is not about death. But it is about one of the things that happens during death that we need to pay attention to and prepare ourselves to. And it is from the 2 ayah of the Quran, Al-Kareem, Surah Al-Mu'minun, ayah 99. قال الله عز وجل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم حتى إذا جاء أحدهم الموت قال رب ارجعون لعلي أعمل صالحا فيما تركت. حتى إذا جاء أحدهم الموت. When death comes, not جاء, when death came to one of you, one of us. Al-Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He talks about future in a past sense in a lot of ayat. Why? Because Allah Azza wa Jal, He created past, present and future, and for Him it is something that as if it is happened already. Because Allah sees it, I'm not going to make an example. You cannot make an example of how Allah deals with stuff by using your hands or gesture, but I want you to open your mind and know, not imagine, know that Allah Azza wa Jal, time is a creature and Allah created time. So past, present and future for Him doesn't apply. So when Allah sees our death before it's coming, knows it, sees Jannah and Nar and what happens in it before it comes. And that doesn't mean that we have no free will to do what we should to go to Jannah. We always have free will. But Allah sees it from beginning to the end. And that's another totally topic of Aqidah. There's a lot of khutab about it. So Allah says here, حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتِ. When the death came to you, Allah says what happens usually in many cases, قَالَ رَبِّ ارْجِعُونَ. The first thing that human being ask for is one more chance, few more minutes, couple of hours. Please Allah, please angel of death, I need to catch up stuff. Do you think the things that we are going to ask for extension of life to do, the things are an appointment with the real estate to buy a house? Is it a car that I wanted to fix? Is it, something I want to talk to my wife about? No. The extension that each of us wish to get, not only us, the whole world, is لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْتُ. I want to do a little bit more goodness in what I'm going to leave behind me. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Allah gave us this gift. Allah is telling you the future. Allah is telling me the future. Allah is telling me and you, when you die, you are going to wish and ask for extension to do good in your life. Now you are still living and you have this chance, use it before you lose it. Use it. It's not late. It's never late. As long as you have few breath left, do good. And when you say do good, there is tons of things that you can do. It's a general statement. لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْتُ. The good here is not related to anything about your dunya matters. It is about to save yourself and soul from al-adhab, from the fire, from Jahannam, and to grant yourself a space, a place with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa sahbihi sallallahu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When we watch movies about future, science and the fictions and all of that, and some of it really happens. They introduce technology sometimes in movies before they introduce it in real, and say, wow, like these, they know the future. Like I wish I I know it as well. Allah is giving you a piece of cake information, a simple information. First, you're gonna die. Second, this is what you will wish to happen when you die. Do it. Why? What are we waiting for? Nobody is saying leave your home, you leave your kids and just go somewhere and keep doing ibadah. And no, do good. لعلي أعمل صالحا. And Brother Yasser Baz has so many series of what is salih and muslih and salah. You can watch it on YouTube channel of Dar Foundation. What does أعمل صالحا means? Do good in everything you do. If you're an accountant, be the best accountant you could be with amana. You have to be pure. You have to be straight. You don't be late. If you're a student, do salah, islah, correct your habits. Because Allah Azza wa Jal, when He told us in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, the word ibadah is a term that includes all our life from the time you wake up until you sleep, and even how you sleep. When you do live according to Allah, this is ibadah. It's not just the rituals, the salah and siyam and zakah. No, that is part of ibadah. Ibadah is to live according to Allah's rules and regulations and do's and don'ts. So, لعلي أعمل صالحا. And then there is another beautiful ayah, have specified what type of things that you wish to do. Now, لعلي أعمل صالحا, so you do good in everything in your life before you die. Make sure when you die, you're ready. And before I go to the other ayah, is this doable? Of course it is. What is the proof? I forgot the name, but there's a lot of Sahaba and a lot of Tabi'een and a lot of people nowadays. You can check them online. When death comes to them, they smile and they say, أهلا وسهلا بالغائب الذي كنا ننتظر. Welcome, my friend, I was waiting for you. Subhanallah, Allah, my hair stood. He is waiting for the angel of death. She is waiting for the angel of death. Why? Because they want to be happier. They are ready. Many people are ready. Prophets were always ready. Muhammad ﷺ was given the choice. And he said, بل الرفيق الأعلى. No, I want to be the neighbor of Allah Azza wa Jal. I want to go to heaven. He was given a choice to extend his life. By Jibreel alayhi salam, by Allah of course. So yes, we have stories by pious people, good people, ulama and dua, and even people that no one knows about, that they were ready, they understood the real life. So when death came, they said, أخيرا, now I'm going to relax. Now I will not worry about my food, my income, my rent, my car, my children. I will live happy. And some Sahaba said, Wallahi, if I see Jannah and Nar, if I see Yawm al-Qiyamah, it will not make me a better mu'min. Like if Allah Azza wa Jal opened the unseen world to that Sahabi and believe maybe it was Umar or Abu Bakr radiallahu anhum, they're all mashallah great, giant mu'mineen, and they're real mu'mineen. They said, if we see the akhirah while we still live, it's not gonna increase our iman. What does that mean? We are ready. We have enough iman to go to that stage. The question for me and for you, are we ready? We all agreed, and many of you nodded, yes, death is coming anytime, any minute. Yes, the day before yesterday, someone in Mississauga, a child, I think 17 years old, in a car accident, someone was there, shot, someone died. I heard about him, have no problems. He just sat down and they're young and old. Death is all around. It's a fact. It's a fact. Even non-believers, if you tell them that it's a fact, and if you tell them, do you know when you're gonna die? Well, doctor told me I have maybe 3 months. Is it for sure? No, actually someone got 3 months, but he lived 3 years. Even the non-believers, those who don't believe in Allah, they know it's a fact, and they know they don't know when. So subhanallah, that's a gift from Allah Azza wa Jal. And the second ayah tells us more about what can we do, and we can do it today, now. in Surah Al-Munafiqun ayah 10. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين. فأصدق. This ayah tells you word by word. Even if you know, just if you understand what the simple Arabic word by word, you don't need a lot of tafsir. It's so clear. وَأَنْفِقُوا. Allah is ordering you with the verb of amr, فعل الأمر. It's an order. وَأَنْفِقُوا. He speaks to us as a group. All you Muslims, mu'mins, you have to spend from what Allah have provided you, not from what you think you provided yourself. It's a reminder in this ayah, whatever you own, whether you have, how much money you have in the bank or your pocket, you don't own it. Allah gave it to you. Yes, you worked. Who made you work? Who gave you the health? Who gave you the intellectual? Who gave you the ability to learn and become an engineer or a doctor or a driver or a worker? Allah. So whatever wealth you have, from what Allah has provided you, you need to spend. Min qabli. Allah is giving us a clear clue. Before أن يأتي أحدكم الموت, before the death will come. And Allah made it simple to understand. Death will come to you. Means the angel of death will come and take your soul to where it belongs. فيقول, and what will happen? Allah telling me and you, spend from what Allah provided you before the death comes to you, and that time you will say. Another fact. ربي لولا أخرتني. If you please can just delay my death for a bit. إلى أجل قريب. And subhanAllah, we know it's not easy. We're just asking for a small extension. إلى أجل قريب. Like even when the extension, we're not asking for a long extension. We know that few things we can do in little time can do a big difference. Subhanallah, we know. We know a dua will take a couple of seconds, minutes. A salah will take a couple of minutes. Sadaqah will take just a decision and then put your hands in your pocket and do it. We know we don't need too much time. That's why if you read Quran and understand what you're reading, every word has a huge meaning. إلى أجل قريب. You're not, subhanAllah, asking too much. Allah, can you just give me a little bit of chance, a little bit more time to do what? فأصدق. To spend on your way. To give sadaqah. Not zakah. Provided zakah is, you do zakah. This is the extra sadaqah. فأصدق. And then what else? وأكن من الصالحين. And be among the pious people, the good people. And as this relate to that ayah of, although there are two different surah, لعلي أعمل صالحا, here وأكن من الصالحين. And this means just an example of one amal. If you do sadaqah, if you are a person who loves donation, who loves giving fi sabilillah, you really love it. It's a hobby. It's something you cannot live without. If you are that type, you are among salihin. Subhanallah. You are already from the category of people who are pious, who are the people who do goodness in their life. Because we know, and Allah knows, that the most dear thing to us is our money. Is our money. Yes, we say it's our health, we say it's our iman, we say family, but in real test, people generally will do anything to get more money. And if they are not that much religious, it doesn't matter haram or halal. And if they are religious, they want halal and they want more of halal and a lot more of halal. And Muhammad ﷺ said it. If one of you would have a valley full of gold, full of wealth, would be satisfied. A valley, a wadi. You know what a wadi means? A valley where rain, it's a river path full of gold and treasure and money. What Muhammad said, you will wish to have another one. That Love for life and wealth is there in our genetics, but Allah taught us how to control it and how to manage it. So that's why being a spender fi sabilillah, even if you are in need, something will make you among the صالحين. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين استغفروا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا أرحم الراحمين. Everything you learn, it becomes a responsibility to act upon. And two responsibilities. One is to act upon, second is to convey to others. Because Allah chose you to become Muslims and mu'min. His will helped you to lead you to the path, straight path, and Allah gave you the job of a da'iyah, the job of the anbiya. We are the only ummah, the only nation through history, the ummah of the Muslim ummah. It's the job of da'wah. It's not just for what they call the rijaluddin, people of the men of deen, the men of religion, or the imams or the leaders of the community. No, it's upon each one of us to do da'wah. So what you've learned today here, you apply it and you learn it. How do we apply it? Just an example, we have mashallah donation boxes of this masjid. Whenever you see a donation box, do not run away. Do not feel bad. If a brother look at you with a donation and say, thank you, please give something. And a lot of us, including myself, in many times, I just walk faster and try, I hope he will not look at my eyes. I donated yesterday. You don't have to, or even some of us would say, oh, again, why would that brother just pick on me? Why? It's not the brother who picked on you. It's not the box that came to your way on its own will. Allah made that brother look at your eyes with the box and a smile and introduce you to this goodness. Uqsim billah, uqsim billah, uqsim billah. When you attend in a fundraising, it's a goodness that Allah Azza wa Jal is introducing to you to remind you. Before you die, you're going to wish you have not neglected that box. Even if you have $2 left in your pocket, you give one or all of it, Allah will give you. You're dealing with Allah. So do not run away from boxes. I'm not talking about this masjid. Anywhere you find them. And even there are no boxes, ask around, how can I give goodness? We have a guest today, they are drilling in Africa, in Somalia. Your brothers and sisters are dying of thirst. And we are enjoying water everywhere we go. In Canada, almost 50% of the water, sweet water, is in Canada. If you drink from a lake or a river, 99% chances that you're drinking a pure water, except if that lake or was contaminated with some stuff beside it. Generally, we drink water from the faucet. That enjoyment, this ni'mah, you cannot appreciate except if you go to places like Somalia or Africa. So another goodness Allah gave today to you and to me. On our way out, brothers from Somalia are there. They are non-for-profit organization, Canadian, 30 years old, and they are here to collect, to not only rent, to buy their own big machines so they can drill and make a lot of water wells in Somalia. I'm sure each and every one of us back home, whether in Afghanistan, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Jordan, in Pakistan, in India, you have family, you have friends, and they are in need. Give fi sabilillah. And never feel enough of it. Never say, Alhamdulillah, I'm happy with already. Keep striving, because you will wish when you die that you have done more. And when you give, feel happy that Allah made you able to give fi sabilillah. I'm not doing a fundraising here. I'm just encouraging you and myself first that death is very close to each one of us, closer than our own vein in the neck. And we need to be ready. Giving sadaqah is only one of the things we should do. The first ayah, لعلي أعمل صالحا. I wish I did good in my life. I wish I will have little bit time to do good. So leave today with the feeling, make a plan. What can I do better? The first thing you will go to your car, I want to drive, I want to be a better driver today. I will drive according to the speed limit. An example, small example, important example. If you drive fast, if you park somewhere you shouldn't, if you block people, if you're an angry driver, if somebody came close to you, you're beep and you're doing with your hands and gesture. No. Be a better driver. Simple. Be the best whatever you do. You go home, be the best husband you can. Be the best father you can. At your work, be the best employee or employer you can. Do salah and islah in your life. So I'll conclude with this inshallah, and we'll do dua. Oh Allah, make us among those people who hear the word of wisdom and word of Allah Azza wa Jal and apply it in our life. Oh Allah, make us among the people who will carry the responsibility of spreading the deen and the word of Allah wherever we go. Oh Allah, please do not, Allah, take our souls and let our death until you are happy and pleased with us. Oh Allah, make us among the companions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in al-Firdaus al-A'la, and his companions and the prophets without prior punishment and prior accountability. Oh Allah, make our homes our own small heavens on earth. Oh Allah, make us be the best father we can, the best employer we can, the best employee we can, the best driver we can, the best Canadian citizen we can, or any citizen we are carrying. Oh Allah, do not make us leave today unless you will open our heart to spend on your way wherever and any way we can. Oh Allah, bless our community, bless our Muslim ummah all around the world. Oh Allah, elevate all the diseases, all the corona, all the new viruses and the old viruses from the whole world, and make it a peaceful planet to live on. Oh Allah, purify our heart from all shirk, from all type of wrong believing, from all types of bid'ah. Oh Allah, make us the best mu'mins and the best Muslims, and be proud of us in front of the malaika. Oh Allah, ameen. Oh Allah, in this month of Muharram, the one of the sacred month, make us among those who do more ta'ah, more siyam, more qiyam, more salah, more zakah, more sadaqah. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Allah, inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala an-nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Wa anta ya akhi aqim as-salah.